Hey now, you're a Brawl star.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars Variety Hour, where I play your decks in celebration of 25,000 subscribers over here on YouTube. And we've got lots of fun deck submissions to try out today, so we're going to go ahead and hop into the queue with some of these decks. Coroyo has submitted the Eternal Wanderer. This is a mono-white control deck that's got a couple of taxing, tithing, overall just death and taxi sort of things on top of ramping up into the Eternal Wanderer. And because you have a board wipe in the command zone that also spits out tokens, you can go wide, go big, and win games. The Eternal Wanderer is one of those incredibly strong cards that doesn't need that much support because it's a win con, it's protection, it's everything it needs to be. You could also choose to build this deck more around like the blink aspect of it, and there is a little bit of blinky stuff. Happens to be like a Skyclave Apparition in here. These sort of cards that are very good to use that plus ability if you're not using it on your opponent's things to take out their creatures temporarily or blank their tokens. So we're going to take the Eternal Wanderer into the queue and we're going to repeatedly wipe the board. Teysa of the Ghost Council. This is the Teysa that spits out spirits and makes them stronger. I have a little bit of ramp in the form of Boromir and Mox Amber. Godfrey's statue is going to be too slow. Though I have some mana, I don't think this is fast enough. It doesn't give me a way to, like, interact in the air, and nor is it, like, aggressive enough to deal with things. This is better. Virtue of Loyalty. This can be just the win con on its own. Archangel of Tithes. If they're wide, they're going to have to pay to attack me. Also, this gives me a flying blocker, which is pretty important to me. I'm going to start with this Windswept Heath. I guess I'll just pass through because there's a small chance that I'll want to destroy an enchantment. Probably not. Yeah, that's an artifact. Oh, there's an enchantment, but is it one I actually care about destroying? I'll do it. It's one of those things where they went first, so it means a lot less. It's still probably worth getting rid of. We can play this on their turn. Ardenvale Fealty. Getting ourselves a wee 2/2. Yeah, we have so many creatures in our hand. Ah, tapped land. That's great for us because it means no Teysa this turn. Say nice. Nice. Not gonna taste it yet. Oh, Souls of the Lost. Keeping them off mana by hitting the Arcane Signet. That's another permanent in their graveyard, so the Souls of the Lost grows. I'm not going to double block. This is a spirit. Look at that. We got some vigilant dudes here. Swinging in with both. Aw, they're gonna flicker the Knight token. That's fine. I'll bring out the Archangel of Tithes. Good blocker. Generally just a nice card as well. And also, it's going to make them pay if they want to attack me. And I like that part. Hey, Souls of the Lost. Yeah, you sure? You can't. You don't have 1 mana. Teysa blinks herself, and her intensity will go up next time she enters the battlefield. I'm not gonna let them draw. Instead, I'm gonna swing in with the Archangel. And play the card they already know about, which is this Virtue of Loyalty. It's such a great card. Untaps, puts counters. They're gonna grow every turn, I'm gonna grow every turn too. And with the Eternal Wanderer, I could actually like get rid of everything but a token. Oh, rude. But the Teysa is probably not going to be on board. Sorcery speed removal doesn't really work against her. It's because of how she blinks. Just a card's portal, so they're just going to blink her right now. That gets them more spirits and more intensity. You can't pay the 1! Archangel tithes! Tithes this person! They also can't block the Archangel, but I don't have my fake vigilance right now. They got rid of it. I'm not gonna give them mana.
This ends today. You live because I allow it.
Tasted that can't pay its taxes. The Orzhov Syndicate. Ugh. Ain't looking so hot right now. They could animate that Restless Fortress and attack in. It's a nightmare creature, doesn't get the buff. But they can only attack in with as much as they can pay taxes for. And the Eternal Wanderer can only be attacked by one thing, because for some reason they put that text on a card, and I still don't know why. Oh yeah, that's true, because they just played this land, so they can't play another land this turn and animate. So true. Oh, yeah, you guys are big, though. Oh, that's a lot of big spirits. Anybody here got any instant speed removal? Asking for a friend. A friend is me. I can blink one of these.
I'll handle this one.
So I'll just protect these. Use Boromir to make them indestructible. And then we can try getting some life off Resplendent Angel. How many the ones do you pay, Teysa of the Ghost Council? They've got 5 mana. Did they forget? Teysa! You gotta pay! Yeah, they forgot. Also means that they won't be able to block here. I am going to blank another spirit. They can block with one thing. We get ourselves a 4/4 Angel because Resplendent Angel is a good girl. Alright, everybody's coming in. They can not pay that much. We're gonna block and block. If they had attacked on the ground, like if they had enough mana for it, I also would have blocked Boromir. These all become indestructible. I guess you're tempted by the ring. They have no mana, though, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage exactly. So, cool. I'm gonna blink this anyway.
I'll handle this one.
I guess I also would have had a little more damage using Lion Sash. Yeah. Cool. GG. GG, Teysa. Riku of Many Paths. Hi, Riku. Cares about modal spells. Let me guess. Is this Blink or Mono White Control? It's a bit of a hybrid. It has a lot of board wipes in it, but it definitely has some, like, spells that seem based around entering the battlefield. Hey, Riku. This Riku oftentimes has a good number of things that care about casting instants and sorceries on top of the instants and sorceries themselves that are modal. And if you're thinking, are they all instants and sorceries? Mostly. Most modal spells tend to be pretty flexible like that. The commands and everything like that. Archon of Emeria could be kind of annoying, but I'd rather draw cards. So I'm going to play Welcoming Vampire first. Because then I'll draw off Archon of Emeria, or I'll like a Samurai token. They also can have a counterspell. Yeah, I think playing Archon of Emeria gets kind of risky. Ooh, that's a mana drain. Zoinks, thank you for the sub. What's the benefit of playing Brawl over other formats? Tons of variety. At least that's my favorite part. Wooded Hills, they could crack open, get more colored mana. But I don't think this is going to be a Riku turn. I think they should just play whatever their most impactful spell from hand is to use up that mana. You used up none of the mana from Mana Drain? But you mana drained my Welcoming Vampire. They can't cast spells. They have to hold up the counter spells. You don't have to counter everything. You can have threats. You could be the beatdown. And they weren't even holding up a counter spell? I guess not. Maybe they had like a counterspell that only hits non-creatures. We can find out here because we're gonna cast one. Start by attacking in. Go get a mark on. It's 6D Mind Chess. Mind Chess. I can't follow up with a Skyclave Relic because I can only cast one spell per turn. Could be a Disdainful Stroke. Could have been a Disdainful Stroke. We're casting 3 mana spells. Alright, Riku, you coming out? Yeah, the 2 mana being held up does make me think it might be Disdainful Stroke. Go! Elish Norn! Go be big or whatever. Disdainful Stroke? No? I don't know. Maybe they have a protective spell? Where's the reveal opponent's hand at end of game button? I'm gonna need it. 2 ops. Cyclonic Rift? It could be. Well, they can't make birds now because Norn would blank them. What is going on? We're all in the same spot here, chat. This is the variety of gameplay I was talking about in a format. Yeah, sometimes you have an opponent that does nothing. You got Glimpse the Core. Technically modal. Gets them a forest. That got them an island. Okay, so they didn't cast Glimpse the Core, so they're holding up 4 mana for something. Oh, right, they can't cast... Sorry, they can't cast 2 spells per turn. Sorry, I forgot about that part. But it still doesn't explain why they ain't doing anything. Did attack with 2 more creatures. Show me my secrets. Timeless Dragon. Yeah, he can cast a spell on my turn. But will they? They're on the keep 'em guessing plan? Yeah, they're keeping me guessing. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, River's Rebuke. I guess you could do cheeky things like blink your own Archon to cast more spells in your turn. I kind of want to just make some birds. I'm just going to make some birds here. Bird. Bird 2, the sequel to Birds. Riku, you casting a spell this turn? Is it gonna be Cyclonic Rift? Birdemic Shock and Terror? Yeah. And I think I'll try to get down Norn. They could have Sublime Epiphany, though. So I think I'm actually just going to swing in with both of these. Get the damage in case it is Sublime Epiphany, because they did not cast anything on their turn. Birdemic, technically a movie. Birdemic, technically a movie. Cyclonic Rift isn't modular. No, but Sublime Epiphany is. Quandrix Command. This kicks my dragon back into hand. Cool. They're making a bird. And they have now cast a spell on my turn, which means I can play Elesh Norn and they can't counter it. Unless they had a cycling spell, which I just kind of don't think they will, because that would be very unusual for them or anyone else to play. Chat saying best bird is also the best Celtic. Most wanted, Larry Bird. I used to see Larry Bird occasionally. He would just be like around in Boston. Out for walks. Out for jogs, actually. I don't think I saw him after I was in like high school though. Mirror Shell Crab would have worked. Yeah, one of the channeling things. Teehee. Like athletes are people. They sure are. And sometimes they're really good at basketball. They want to cast multiple spells in a turn. Yeah, that's part of why I did this, is so they couldn't immediately counter it. You think Laplace will transform? You get your differential equations out of here, Zamy man. No, that was foul-hearted. You cut that up, foul-hearted. Don't you bring your curse of math in here. I'm using authority to consult. If you want to make tokens, they're going to be tapped tokens. Great. Also kind of tempting. Just like blink you. I'm going to swing in. Did I go to the Celtics game? No, I can't afford playoff tickets. I watched it on my TV screen. And I had a very good time doing so. Hello. Okay. Gonna kill Norn. I like it, I like it. That's a big Riku. Timeless Dragon! I did watch the game on a color TV screen, yes. It was very nice. The technology is good. Let's draw a card. Ooh, land. The Timeless Dragon was countered, but I can eternalize it, and I'll get a 4/4 dragon, right? Yeah, 4/4. Was it in stereo sound? It actually wasn't in stereo sound. We're using, like, crummy built-in audio. Oh, you're commandeering! Oh dear.
Made it just in time.
Means they'll be able to nullify my tokens. And a defabricate. So yeah, now they're just on counter spells. Please don't steal my commander.
Have a nice trip.
I actually didn't even recognize that defabricate could hit abilities. Would you look at that? Can I have my wanderer back? This is me just like trying to set up for an inventor's fair. What do I get off it? I don't know. Something hopefully useful. Rude, right? I do kind of miss the TV fuzz. The fuzziness of television screens. And like the smell of ozone around them. Core memory.
I brought back.
Good old cathode ray tubes. Mm-hmm. Crazy technology. The fuzz? The fuzz wasn't a visual thing, Malik. This is gonna sound strange. Have you ever licked a CRT screen? Yeah, that's the fuzz. I wonder what artifact I could fetch off this. Or if it would even make a difference. Licked? No. Touch? Yes, you should have licked one. One ring, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm also thinking it's not gonna land. Protect me! The what? Oh. Hold up, maybe I'll find a way to kill Riku so I can pay the one. This doesn't kill Riku! I'm confused. What? Why are there two alternate costs? What was that for? Why was it asking if I wanted to pay 5 or pay 5? Hey, they did have a Sublime Epiphany. That makes me feel more normal about things. It's trying to trick me? I am going to die. This whole match has been a fever dream. I'm just out here like, I don't know what's going on. They sat there for a while. They mana drained. They didn't do anything. I don't know what's going on. We die, but I don't get it. Okay, a wilderness reclamation. Neat. Ezra submitted Juri, Master of the Review. This is a Rakdos sacrifice deck. Juri gets bigger whenever you sacrifice a permanent, and then when he dies, deals damage equal to his power, which means that he's especially good to fling and thud, because then you're dealing damage equal to his power, and then you're dealing damage equal to his power again. Also, if you're thudding other things in this deck, even better! And if you have a roaming throne out, naming human or shaman, then he gets even more counters, and he dies and deals damage twice. Lots of fun things that you can do, especially when you're building up lots and lots of little artifact tokens to sacrifice and have a good time. So we're going to take Juri into the queue, and we're going to sacrifice some permanents. Sai, Master Thopterist. Spits out Thopters and can also use those Thopters to draw cards. I wish I had a black mana in here, because that would actually make this hand really good with Bank Job, Juri, all curving out together. But without it, I got a mulligan. And this is pretty nice. I like the Onicult Anvil. This is a fling, but it's a land. I'll probably just play it as a land on turn 1. And once I start sacrificing things, Onicult Anvil will let me keep sacrificing things to get more and more stuff on the board. With Gix, though, I'm probably going to go Juri into Gix to just try to attack my opponent. Get through, deal damage. Hardest thing here is probably going to be the fact that Sai is a 1/4 and is going to come out before my commander can. Or can attack. Unless they just counter him. I don't think they will. I think they'll just crack open the bauble. They're not scared of Juri. They don't need to be scared of him. Van! 5195, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, here comes Sai. I don't have anything I can immediately sacrifice other than the Onicult Anvil sacrificing itself. That's not really what I want to be doing. So this Gix game plan just got a lot worse. Sir Ginger, though, could be real cute to get into play. So I'm going to play her this turn. Relic of Progenitus is like, I want to commit a crime! Yeah, you do. You have to let out a heavy sigh. Yeah. In order to kick off this Onicult Anvil engine, I might just play the Onicult Anvil and sacrifice Sir Ginger to her own ability. Surge Engine. Ooh, that's gonna be some big unblockable damage. They named Worm. Do you think they have perhaps a Phyrexian Worm in their hand that costs 6 mana? Oh, Worm. Name Human. I don't actually know if there's other shamans in the deck. But I can imagine there's other humans in the deck. Or they're just having a giggle. They could just be having a giggle. And I'm having a soda pop. And a bowl full of meat. Meat stuff. Can't block, won't block. Worm! See, we knew they had a worm this whole time. Mm-hmm. I would have to sacrifice this on my turn to kick this off. I'm going to do this now. And something notable is that I only get the extra bit if I'm sacrificing it on my turn, or if I'm having an artifact leave the battlefield. But I think I'm going to want to use it here to block and then sacrifice in front of this worm to prevent the life gain. Oh, but if they don't attack with the worm, then that's fine too. Wonder what we'll find off the top of her deck. Ooh, a smuggling copter! I should just be going for the attempted combo kill here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Oni Cult Anvil. They're tapped out, but they can draw some cards, but it costs mana. Reckless Impulse! Not quite what I was looking for. I need a fling, a thud. Dust Bowl. I'm gonna put the upkeep stop here. Sacrifice this. Not dead yet. They have the potential to gain some life. Geeks' command, though, if they can't kill me here, we can get rid of all those Thopters, destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Also, I guess it would make them sacrifice the Worm Coil engine, if we went for that. Oh, a puzzle door! What is the best commander available in Arena for a land destruction deck? Probably Lord Windgrace? Or sorry, Soul of Windgrace. Chandra Beacon of Hope gets used a lot too. Yep, I've definitely run into that. Surge Engine, they can turn it into a 5/4. That is more unblockable damage. I cannot sacrifice in response to things here. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Worm. Is Host Beacon a new card? New-ish, yeah. Is this new Obelisk good? If you are a artifacts deck or just want big colorless ramp, I don't think it's bad. Walking with a construct. Need to keep the roaming throne, so I get the double triggers. If you're wondering why not block with Juri, the answer is, it's not enough to kill them! There we go! There's the fling that I crave in the world! Alright, so, Voldaren's Thrill Seeker. So this would be 11, plus 11, plus 11. And if we really wanted to, we could actually make that go up more by sacrificing the Only Cult Animal to itself first. And that's how you win with Juri! Big fling, big thud, big good. Kesa, Augur of Agonies. When they draw cards, they drain our life. And that goes infinite, comboing with Lich's Mastery and Peer into the Abyss to kill your opponent all in one turn, oftentimes leading to a kind of combo, game plan, and chill. Kesa, though, she's cool. She's a squid lady. I think it's kind of neat that they brought back cephalids and were like, make them dudes now. Sir Ginger is prepared to do violence. Boop. Oh. I think that's so sad. They fractured Sir Ginger. I guess I should have gone for the Evolving Wilds this turn. Go! Make number up! Void Rend. Alright then. Our hand's all red, so I guess more red mana. 2 damage to your face. Eat it. This cannot sacrifice itself to make a golem, but it is still kind of cool. Gives you a way to sacrifice things repeatedly. Italian! I feel like this is just an alternate version of... There's that, like, 1 mana thing that can spit out a token and then upgrade it. Italian's naming 2. I'm gonna drop Invasion of Call Time. Yeah, Retrofitter Foundry was the one I was thinking of. Italian. Kinda cool, though. Case of time! If I play my commander, it's a mana value of 2, so they will draw a card and drain me. I want to try using this card. Looted Delta. You know what? I'm gonna do this while they're tapped out. Bam! I made a 3/3. I get drained again. Ooh, Teferi. Teferi could tuck Juri in a future turn. But for now, can just draw cards and help them hold up more mana. I'll take the damage. I feel like I could potentially line up to lethal. I can get him to 6, double it to 12, and then thud, it would work, but that's very weak to a counter spell. Oh, that would never stop me. I will use Unexpected Windfall, dropping Reckless Impulse. I'm gonna go for the gold. Span Dragon. Since I think this is the counterable thing. The thing we should take out, get rid of. They did not. Number go up. We sacrifice. And the sacrifice here is part of the cost. So we get there? Ah, we got there! The Kraken within has submitted Blex Vexing Test. Blex buffs bats, insects, snakes, spiders, and other pests. This is not going to be a strong deck, however, it's Blex. People love Blex, right? We're gonna play one game with this, probably lose, but at least we'll be a pest. Saheeli, Sublime Artificer. Hi, Saheeli. She spits out tokens when you cast non-creature spells. So we have a turn 1 bat and a turn 2 kill spell. Okay, that's nice because it hits planeswalkers. Turn 3, if we get a land, we could get more lands, potentially of Overgrown Pest. I think that this seems okay. We'll keep. And if they kill Eye Twitch, then we can discard and draw something. Yes, you can cast Search for Blex. It's a spell. You can put cards in your hand. But this one is very much built around the spiders, bats, insects, pests, and snakes being buffed. Aww. They hit my Eye Twitch. I will drop the Twin Silk Spider here to see if I can draw something better. Rachel has a mono black Search for Blex stack. That's kind of cool. You can use Search for Blex to just throw stuff in your graveyard. And if you have 40 life, it's, I think, way easier to just pay a ton of life on this. Proto Man is asking, why don't I have any lessons? Let me teach you a lesson. You're not allowed to have lessons in a Brawl deck. Well, you can have them in the Brawl deck, but you can't have a sideboard. And since you can't have a sideboard, it really does not do so much. Yeah, you're allowed to technically have one card in sideboard in commander-type formats, and that is a companion. And that is a very, very, very specific scenario. It has to be your companion. It can't be anything else. So you can't have a lesson. Trophy Mage! They're gonna get themselves maybe a clock or another rock. But have I seen Rachel Week's deck for that? No, I haven't. I could wait until this is 3-3, I guess. We'll have lesson companions. Ominous Lockbox! They should choose 3. Huggers, it's Shelob. Oh, they chose 4. I guess they were just trying to curve out. Bye, Overgrown Pest. I actually think that Ominous Lockbox is a cool card, and you should put it in more of your decks because it's fun and it does crime. Can you have a sideboard for Karn? No, but if your cards get exiled, you can bring them out of exile with Karn, if I'm remembering right. Hi, Saheeli. Saheeli can also transform artifacts into other artifacts and creatures. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Whenever another artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you create a 0/0 colorless artifact creature token. It's a Karnstruct. Gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Neat! A little scary, though. Let's grab our duel. Let's do the Surveil duel. Hey, swarm of bloodflies. Yeah, you sure are an insect. I'm thinking about hitting this with the Beseiju. I think that would actually be pretty smart. Oh, but I don't have enough green. Not to do and that. I could play Fretwork Colony. And do it. Yeah, I think I should get rid of this. Behold! Ant! Their creatures get Death Touch. I can't block. Yeah, because they could, like, take another token and turn it into this and then cast some things and get a lot of constructs. I don't want that to happen, so I got rid of it. Ooh, it's gonna be too much for Amy. Fretwork Colony, by the way, is probably just getting sacrificed to Skyfisher Spider. And then we'll sit up for She Be Lobbin'. The One Ring. Some serious protection. This sure is an insect. Mm-hmm. Sure is. They're turning this into a treasure? Oh, to cast Solemn Simulacrum. Nice. Don't really want to attack in. Trying to decide if I want to destroy Saheeli this turn to force them to replay her. I'll use the Bitter Triumph for it, I think.
I need to iterate.
This is fine. Boop, boop. They'll draw a card off Solemn Simulacrum. Skyfisher Spider destroys non-land permanents. This is indestructible. We could trade Blex, since these are already pretty big. Hitting the Goblin Shaman's probably a good one. Since the difference between this being a 1-3 and a 2-4 is negligible, and same with Shelob. Besides, it'll gain me life! Love gaining life. Move my commanders to command zone? Sure. Flex is cute, though. Just look at this guy. So hoopily. Junkyard Scrapper. Non-token artifact enters the battlefield. Get non-land artifacts from their graveyard that can be cast until end of turn. Oh no, that's gonna give them a way to bring back the synth. Also, free stuff. The Ornithopter and Tormod's Crypt. Look at you and your value. It's fine. There's no way that they could ever deal with G-Lob. You do be lobbing. Shelob has to deal damage to things for her to get them back as food. But she's a big spider. We love Big Spider. Hello, Big Spider. She'd be an even bigger spider if Blex were out. Or Ishkana. Yeah, the Ishkana's both spiders, I think. Baffles you that Shelob doesn't have reach? It's fine. Don't hurt her. Silas Lunark! Thank you for the 1-year resub! Yeah!
Sub? Geez, how time flies.
And Call Me Wallet, thank you for the 5-month resub. I've reignited your love for Commander and Brawl. Aw. Welcome to the fun formats where we do things like Blex.
You've reignited my
Does it
love
work?
for Brawl / Commander, thanks, Sammy Yee.
It's Blex. It's like Blex, right? She's a cave spider, right? She doesn't need to reach to hit a bat. The bat's just flying above her. She's like, snack. She's a demon. Daughter of a demon. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening in here. What if they're gonna go crazy on the craft? Yes, she is the child of Ungoliant. There's crime in the daily deals today. Oh, I'll have to check it out between games. The junkyard scrapper's got big boots on. Oh no. It was the candlestick. Oh, they be cantripping. Uh-huh. Bonesaw is ready. You think I won't block? No, I'm blocking. I guess I technically don't need to, but I'd rather have a token that I can eat of Junkyard Scrapper. Yeah! Do I? Wait. I got nothing. I could play this and sacrifice it to kill a thing. Still die. We can create the archive and bleed the heart of the cards. I mean, it triggers the Junkyard Scrapper. Let's go. There, look. I got this thing. Lightning Bolt and Putrefy. Oh, I should have gotten Lightning Bolt because I have 1 mana. Baby! Thank you, Junkyard Scrapper. Am I dead still? Yeah, that's 7 servos and 4 thopters. Hello. Good game. Yeehaw. Howdy. Pondering. Blow a kiss. Shrug a bit. Would you like to kill me, please? You just gotta press spacebar. I can't eat the food. I don't have mana to eat the food. You think I should throw a what in tarnation in there? What in tarnation? I can only gain 3 life if this dies first. Alright, I'm gonna give you like a countdown from 5. Ready? 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Come on, buddy, you gotta kill me. Stop searching your library. You don't need to do it twice. Zen has submitted a Raffine Reanimator deck. You attack in with little dudes, you connive, you put the big dudes in the graveyard, and then you use all of the different reanimation spells to bring them back. Hey there, Raffine, are you ready to reanimate? Let's take it to the queue. Tajik, Legion's Valor, an indestructible commander. That's quite terrifying, spitting out creatures every turn. I'm going to keep this hand. We have a good pair of reanimation and reanimatable that can get through the indestructible because it does -1/-1. Hardest thing here is going to be getting the mana, but hopefully we can get to it using the rest of these things. Island cycling. I have to decide if I want to like Faithful Mending on turn 2 or not. I don't think it would be bad. Go for turn 2 Faithful Mending. Probably draw a land off it, get these in the graveyard, but then I'm kind of like showing them what I have a little too early. I'm gonna go for this Deep Cavern Bat instead. A bit more of like a tempo. Come here. But it lets me make sure that I can get this off. Is it too late to submit a deck? It is. Saying get lost. All right, but what else is in here? Okay, reprobation. I can turn Toxel into a reprobate. Sort of. Oh wow, you have a very scary deck. Hey, Animpakal. Yeah, this reprobation is going to be devastating. Since I didn't get a land, we're going to use Lorien Revealed. Start with an island cycling, and we're going to grab either a shock or an island. I'm actually going to just maintain my life total as high as I think I can. This is an instant, so we're going to do it on their turn. Just don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Has anyone kept track of what I played today? I've played Eternal Wanderer, a Potzek, Juri, Blex, Raffine, and I think there were a couple others this morning. Yeah, Toxtrol will take these little gnomes out, at least before he's removed. None of these were lands. I'm still gonna go for the Unburial Rites Toxtrol. Or do I want to set up Grizzlebrand? No, we're gonna set up Toxtrol. Oof, no land? Bruh. Bruh. I tried. I could play Raffine. I could also just hold here. That would give me access to that Tail's End. I'm gonna Faithful Mending again. I really want that mana. Okay, I'm gonna drop Celestis Razaketh. It'd be better if I had blue, since I've got these cheap counter spells. Luminous Broodmoth. Their non-tokens dying will then come back as flyers, and we take a lot of damage here. Didn't know exactly what to expect from us, though, with this Unburial Rites. Grabbing Toxtrol. I'm still gonna hold the Wash Away over using a map token. Slug, 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 slug. Luminous Rude Moth, yeah. Pew, 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 pew. And we'll hopefully be able to reanimate this again later. I'll probably just victimize it here to bring back these two. Since it's not like we're gonna have removal. It's telling my opponent, are you feeling sluggish? Boo! Razaketh and Toxtrol. We're gonna sacrifice a slug. Razaketh does stuff. Die! This is honestly just a duel between Toxtrol and Enum Pakal. We have Wash Away here as a full counter spell if they have more removal. Tail's End for just their commander. Also, lots of slugs! We love slugs. GG, Toxtrol won that game. Raffine didn't do anything. Besto Crudzy has... that's a name. Has submitted a Roxanne deck. Roxanne enters the battlefield and makes a meteorite, dealing 2 damage to any target, and making a tapped rock that can tap for 1 mana if she's off the board, and 2 if she's on the board. Roxanne oftentimes is lots of good ramp, little bits of removal, and then the big stuff that you're ramping into. I see a couple of apes and dinosaurs, I see a big dragon, cityscape leveler, and lots of other good stuff. So we're going to take Roxanne into the queue, and we're going to throw rocks at people. Aragorn the Uniter. 4 colors of fun. I have turn 1 ramp that I can't actually use, but I'm still going to keep this hand because Magda the Hordemaster could give me some potential other good rampins. Because whenever I'm committing a crime for the first time each turn, I get a treasure! Aww, Poison Dart Frog! It's baby. Aragorn Uniter cares about the colors of spells that you cast. If you're casting green, stuff gets huge. If you're casting red, you bolt your opponent's face. White, make a token, and blue, you scry. And I will say that, like, overall, it's usually mostly Gruul with the occasional, like, weird control Aragorn decks. I don't always know what to feel about those. I'm actually not able to cast that much this turn. I'm just gonna go for the Forest. Utopia Sprawl. Green. X equals 1 on Invasion of Ikoria. There's my library. and find a little guy. Probably this little guy. Perfect. Magda's probably just chump blocking now. Because Aragorn could, like, swing in and do a bajillion damage. Oh, well, she's just dying. Prismari command. There is no Magda. Also get the scry and deal an extra 3 damage to my face. They still have 3 mana up with the PDF and these. And he's getting +4/+4 because of course he is. I could chump block. I'm not going to. This is so much damage. Remember how I said it's usually mostly Gruul spells? That's why! Yup! Well, I guess I don't have to worry about... Well... Dying on my turn, they're tapped out. All I have to do is cast a red spell and I die. Chance for glory! By chance it, we're dead. Time for the rematch against Aragorn the Uniter. I've got removal, no ramp. Sort of ramp, I guess. It's like turn 3 I could cast this. To get a little guy. Okay, yeah, I'll keep this. They're saying hello. Hi! No turn 1 mana dork. See if they play one on turn 2. Yeah, Aragorn is only 4 mana to cast, but he's 4 mana in many different colors. Chalk that in. This is sort of a mana producing creature. It makes treasures. It also hurts you, but I'm just going to kill it since it would allow them to play Aragorn next turn. Invasion of Ikoria. X equals 1. I love how this is very much like early game. You're getting Delighted Halfling or like Ragavan, and late game you're getting the big boy that wins you the game. Verdant Catacombs. Ooh, a fetch into a shock with Night of Autumn. Are you just gonna buffer up? Yep. That way she won't just die to Roxanne. I'm kind of tempted to just hell to pay, though. No. Here's Roxanne. I'll throw a rock at their face. Boop! Next turn, we can use hell to pay to take her out. Maybe getting an extra treasure while we're at it. No, I'm not blocking. And it's Aragorn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Oh, right. I tapped the halfling for creature mana. Oh, right. There we go. Colorless. Seven? Did you 7? Yeah, 7. We get 2 treasures. Those will be able to tap for 2 mana each next turn. I'm gonna flip over Invasion of Ikoria here because it's really big. It's a really big creature. Can I Roxanne the battle? Sure can. And I did. But it doesn't make sense to chip away at a battle oftentimes in a game like this. If you could just make sure you flip it all at once. You want to make sure you're getting it, but put your damage where it matters. GG, Aragorn the Uniter. Thank you so much for watching this Brawl Stars Variety Hour. I got to play a whole bunch of decks and do a whole bunch of fun stuff. Thank you to everybody who submitted a deck as part of our 25,000 subscriber celebration. It's been very fun so far, and I still have lots more decks to go through. I'm going to continue trying to get through as many as I can. And be sure to come over to my stream, twitch.tv/Amazonian. That is where I'm playing all of the decks that I can. Not all of them make them into videos, but I'm still playing them. We had 120 or so decks submitted, and I'm just about halfway through them now. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.